That for you. Let's head on down. Got Corey Baumeister versus Zan Syed here in our time walk match. And green-black Tron for Baumeister? What is this nonsense?
I mean, he can't play standard, so Corey had to look at
He's not playing energy?
He's not playing energy, so he may be a little bit less. He's not like the, Samson right now.
Wow, you went deep.
Samson.
What do we got on the other side? 5-color humans. What is this deck all about, Ben?
So one of the things that's happened kind of recently is there's been a lot of new lands. The most important is uncharted territory, which actually essentially allows you to name it a tribe, and you can tap it for any amount of color. So it's allowed for some of these 5-color creature decks. We saw Slivers earlier. Now this is 5-color humans, and this actually won some big events earlier in the season. And so it actually plays 5 colors worth of humans. So it has Champion of the Parish, Kitesail Freebooter, Mantis Rider. That's all the colors already.
Hey, there's a Mantis Rider right now. And this is after casting 2 Champion of the Parish off of that unclaimed territory. This could be quick.
Oh, wow.
But wait, there's more. He's going to use Ether Vial. Oh, my God, to put an image in. Copy the Mantis Rider. What in the world?
So he's attacking
713?
So it's 9 there. It's 15.
It's 15?
Yeah, because they're 1/1s naturally. The champions are 1/1s.
Oh, of course. 15. Oh, my God. What a start for Zan Syed.
So the funny thing is, even if Corey actually has Oblivion Stone, he's dead. He can't play it. So and
Karn doesn't do anything.
Karn's not good enough. So there's actually not.
Wait. So Zan Syed is just going to smash turn 3 Tron?
It's possible if he hasn't all his dust. That's the only card that may bring Corey back in, but I'm pretty sure...
it certainly would if he had it.
Yeah, but Corey probably would have slammed that immediately, so I doubt he has it.
Okay, well, no all his dust in the main deck here for Corey. I'm looking at the list right now.
Yeah,
he also has none on the board, so I guess that was fun. Enjoy your turn 3 card and then just dying. Wow.
So I think he's playing...
He's just going to go for Relic of Progenitus, cycle it, draw a card, and scoop up his permanents. Holy smokes, that was a beating. Wow, Zan Syed just puts on a show. This turn 4 earns the concession.
Yep. When you get the draws with multiple champions in this humans deck, it's amazing. And also, if you draw multiple Thalia's lieutenants, they're really, really kind of really heavy on the tribal aspect, especially with those 2 creatures.
Ooh. Man. Take a look at this humans deck list here. That was just a savaging.
And it has basically only creatures except for the 4 the 4 Aether Vials. So it's just full-on creatures.
Wait, you're right. It's actually literally all creatures. 4 champion, 4 Kitesail, Freebooter, 4 Mantis Rider, 4 Meddling Mage. That's right, Meddling Mage. 4 Noble Hierarch, 3 Phantasmal Image, 4 Reflector, 4 Thalia's Lieutenant. You don't say Lieutenant, do you?
I mean, I do in different country.
No. 4 Thalia Guardian of Thraben, 2 Thalia Cathar, and then a bunch of lands, and 4 Ether Vial.
Yep.
There's no spells in this entire deck.
And what that does is it allows them to play a card called Ancient Ziggurat. Mm-hmm. So Ancient Ziggurat is essentially a land that allows you to tap for any colored mana as long as you only play creatures. So when your only spell is Aether Vial, it's not really much of a drawback at all.
No, it's not. So Ancient Ziggurat is just a straight-up, unconditional 5-color land in this deck. And by the way, that's it right there. And that's going to be Noble Hierarch on turn 1.
Yep.
Urz's Mind kicks things off for Corey Baumeister.
I mean,
he had turn 3 Tron and just did not stand even a chance. Can he do it again?
So
No, he cannot.
No, I don't think so.
Sylvan Scrying here for Corey. You don't think so now that we've seen the fourth solid read there, TVS? So Sylvan Scrying, though, is going to get him 2/3 of the way as of next turn by digging up a power plant. So maybe turn 4 Tron?
Turn 4 Tron might be too slow.
No, come on, Ugin.
Yes, I guess that's true.
He's not going to kill him on the draw on turn 3.
But how about this?
Is that Thalia?
Yes.
My God.
Even if he gets...
Is this the non-basics enter the land tap
That's correct.
thing? Oh my God. So let's just extend that out to turn 5.
Well, the funny thing is both Thalias are in this deck. And
Yes.
they actually kind of work together because one makes it something more expensive and one makes non-basics basically come into play tapped. And so that puts you back maybe 1 or 2 turns sometimes. And that's
It
all
is
you
funny.
need.
They do work well. Like one of them says, okay, I got the spells, you got the creatures and lands. Are we good? And they're like, high five. And then, things don't work out well for you.
Yeah, but I don't think the story works very well when you have, young Thalia and old Thalia.
You know what I don't concern myself with, TBS?
Flavor judges.
The story. We've got plenty of people to work on that for us.
So I actually see some, like a Kitesail freebooter and some Champions of the Parish in Zan's hand, but he realizes with Corey imminently going to get to Tron, he's going to have to slow him down in some way.
Sanctum of Ugin, another tap land here for Corey.
What that implies to me is that he obviously has the tower required, because it's pretty rare that you wouldn't get the tower in that situation. It's one of the things that's quite important. Your opponent's sequencing will tell you some information, and so you should actually take advantage of that sometimes.
Agreed. There's that Kitesail freebooter for Zan Syed, so he's going to get a chance to look at Corey's hand and take away non-land, non-creature spell, and, well, there's only one choice. That's why Corey pushed that Oblivion Stone forward. And, by the way, sick read, bro. There's that tower. Nice, well played, well played.
So, actually, this is one of the cards that actually make this deck playable in Modern. If you don't
the freebooter?
Yeah, if you don't have the freebooter, you don't really have enough disruption against some of the more kind of like explosive, powerful decks, the combo decks. You just need to actually break up their combo. Not permanently. I mean, freebooter is a 1/2 flyer, so it's not, and they get it back if it dies, but that buys you the 1 or 2 turns. I mean, you saw how quickly
unbelievable
he killed him.
And even now, with a much slower start, he still got Corey down to 16 now. And even though Corey does get to play potentially the tower and have access to 5 mana this turn, Thragdad hits the battlefield. Thragtusk is going to put him back up to 21, though it does enter the battlefield tapped because of Thalia. Still a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, that life is really important to just give him a little bit of a buffer to bridge over to the bigger spells in his hand.
Attacks for 4 once again. Corey's going to fall back down to 17. What's the follow-up here, though, for Syed?
Meddling Mage.
Meddling Mage. What do you think he names?
So in his hand, he had a...
You could just see his hand, right?
Yes.
There was an Ulamog?
Yep. Was there a... I'm trying to think if there was an Ugin. I can't remember now.
I don't remember either, but certainly Zan's going to have a great idea for the type of card he wants to name here.
And that's actually one of the great synergies in the deck. You can kind of freebooter and then Meddling Mage, and essentially double freebooter right there.
I like the other artwork on Meddling Mage better, though.
Oh, Chris is not going to be happy about that.
I'm obviously kidding. I like this one better, but I can't turn down a good Chris Pakula dagger when it's presented.
It seems like no one can, really.
No, there's a lot of upside to it. People just recognize value. Well, another tap land here for Baumeister. Interestingly, it's a Blooming Marsh, and this is kind of interesting. Remember he searched up that Sanctum a while ago. Didn't play it here.
I wonder why he needs the second green rather than Sanctum, because Sanctum does allow him more flexibility the next turn. Okay, Thalia's Lieutenant. Don't
say that. It confuses me. I don't call it a right tenant. You don't get to call it a left tenant.
He actually gets to play 2 left tenants.
Well, he's
Oh,
kind of
hold on.
going off here.
He actually forgot to put a counter on the second hierarch.
Oh, he just left one.
He just left
Yeah, he did.
It's just like, why is everyone 2 but I'm 1? What did I do?
Poor hierarch.
And he basically...
Is Corey chump blocking at this point?
Well, it's the only one he can actually
Yeah,
block.
He just chump blocked.
Yeah. He does get a beast.
Yep, tap beast. Wow, this is a real handful here for Corey Baumeister,
And
who's actually had pretty darn decent draws.
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the little bit of disruption, the Thalia, the freebooter, the meddling mage, that's enough to put you off, like, playing a smooth game with Tron. And look, he almost has lethal on the table.
Baumeister needs some fireworks here.
Yeah, the thing is, he probably needs a planeswalker because of the Thalia. See,
That's too slow.
yeah, almost. It
'Cause
may.
if he gets untapped with Worm Coil, we might be talking business here, right?
It's possible, but he still may be too low at that point.
He only has one blocker. He can block that thing. Meddling Mage gets in for 4.
Yeah.
Flying gets in for another 3.
If he has a reflector mage, that would be huge.
That's his game, I'm sure.
Oh, there
And
he
he
is.
shows him a Reflector Mage. Zan Syed, and Corey says, cool, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoy your Reflector Mage.
Corey, much like his brother, will not concede.
No. But then he says, I'm just going to cast this. And Baumeister extends the hand, and Zan Syed puts a thrashing on Corey. That was not fun if you're sitting in Corey Baumeister's seat.
Yeah, the 5-color humans decks are so powerful if you actually get like a really good curved draw. And in both games, he drew like one game super fast and the other one super disruptive, which is actually perfect.
Yeah. Zan takes one back for humanity. And we're now going to actually jump into another match. We've got more Magic for you. We've got Aiden Vollmer playing against Andrew Sullano. Death and Taxes is 6-1 at this GP. And you know why?
I don't know why.
Look at those basics, buddy.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Those basics.
Those unstable basics. John Avon artwork.
Say they look good when, as soon as you see another land in that thing,
Once he plays a
I'm
ghost
off it.
quarter, you're done.
I'm off it.
But right now?
Right now, it looks good.
All right. I'll take it. What's going on the Elves side here?
So Elves kind of plays. It can play 2 ways. It can play as a combo deck. It has ways to essentially create a lot of like mana, and then use Azuri.
For the multiple overruns?
Right, and then but sometimes you can just play normally and just play a lot of threats out.
We see a good start here from both players.
Yeah.
Blade Splicer for Aiden. Andrew kicked things off quickly with Elvish Mystic, Dwynen's Elite plus token, but nothing here? What?
I suspect he actually has either a Court of Calling or a Collected Company.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And in both cases, you definitely want to be playing that on your
Oops.
opponent's turn. Oh, now it looks ugly.
Now you're off
I'm
it.
off it completely.
I'm still loving it.
It is your current turn. Take up to 5 additional turns to complete your match.
That's a tectonic edge there for
Yep.
Aiden. And that is a second Selfless Spirit.
Okay, attacks with the Golem and the Selfless Spirit.
Uh-oh, this could be problems, though, for Aiden, because there is that predicted Collected Company. Aiden would have seen this coming. Depending on what Andrew hits, it could get ugly.
Yeah, if he gets an Elvish Archdruid, or 2 of them, he can just block.
Yep. Let's see what he finds.
It doesn't look like his Archdruid.
No, he did find a Heritage Druid, though.
Yeah, Heritage Druid and a Dwynen's Elite look like the cards that he might choose
It's a
here.
lot of mana.
Absolutely. And
It is
especially
a lot of mana.
especially because he's actually able to I think he has 2 Court Callings in hand. So what he may do is like, yeah, put those two out. He may court at end of turn to get another. Oh, what's he doing here? Oh, he chumps. Okay, he basically just shorthanded. He created the token with one into lead and said he was blocking the golem.
He blocked just to save 3 life there?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the right... Like...
That just makes your Court of Calling a lot worse. And that being said, it was a pretty expendable creature as the board sits, and he has kept his life total high. And remember, he is facing down 2 Selfless Spirits that he's unlikely to be able to interact with. Yeah. So you could see why Andrew would be concerned about his life total there. Man, this deck is sweet. Foil Horizon Canopy off the top of the library. He does need to work on those basics, though.
Should he get some foil
unstable
ones?
I would.
You have very, very rich taste in basic land.
I do. Although not really. I mean, I use betas, which aren't cheap, but they're good. All right, here we go. 4 mana getting in. Or excuse me, 4 damage getting in. Andrew Sullano's going to fall down to 9.
It actually...
What's going to happen?
It makes a reasonable... Like, blocking the last turn looks better now, just because it basically bought him an entire turn.
Yeah, he was just worried about the 2 Selfless Spirits. Oh, boy. Now things could start to get out of hand.
Yeah. If
hit an Archdruid and an Azuri.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. But it looks like he might actually not get the best... He may just get...
What, 2
Llanowar
Elves, basically? Oh, no, there was also another Heritage Druid.
The second Heritage Druid doesn't really help too much.
No.
But now he can actually chord for probably Azuri.
Sure. Maybe just 1 overrun could get the job.
Yeah, I mean,
we often think about doing it 2 or even 3 times in a turn, but this doesn't look bad.
I mean, Andrew has 7 creatures out. If he has a land, he can attack with 7 creatures overrun, and that's at least
28.
28.
Right, minimum.
Yeah.
There's Azuri, and it's more than 28 because he has a couple of 2-powered creatures in there as well. So it's like 30 trample damage or so.
Yeah, and so the amount of toughness that Aiden has right now, he has 1, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
So if nothing happens, Andrew has enough damage.
Oh.
Well.
How about we stop that discussion abruptly as Path to Exile. And remember, this is all happening on Aiden's end step, so there will be no reasonable way to respond here for Andrew. So he's just going to lose his Azuri to Path to Exile, and now he's got to try to dig it out.
Yeah. I mean, I believe Andrew still has another Court of Calling in his deck. Oh, in his hand.
Yeah.
So, but
okay, he's got time.
He does have time. He's not.
Yeah, actually, he's on a 3-turn clock right now. He's doing fine. See what he draws. Also,
I think he drew a Nettle Sentinel.
He did.
And he has some extra.
It's a lot of mana.
Yeah, and he has some extra draws with his Horizon Canopy if he wants that.
He wants that.
He might be casting his Sentinel. I mean, he's actually trying to figure out, can he actually search for Azuri now and then almost win?
And have enough mana to push through.
Yeah.
A lot of math. Not particularly difficult, but he's got to sit there and count the toughness, count the power, see what's going to be tapped, what's going to be untapped, all that kind of stuff. There's Nettle Sentinel.
So he can...
He's just going to set up for next turn. Clue for Aiden Vollmer.
I mean, if there's no path or no kind of way of getting rid of that Azuri, it's going to be really, really challenging for Aiden to survive the next turn.
That's right. Big question mark there. Does Aiden have a path to exile? Because this is going to knock Andrew down to 5.
You could technically put another set of toughness out. Like if you played it like another Blade Splicer.
Yeah.
And something else probably, he may be able to survive it. And one of the interesting things about surviving it is he has the Selfless Spirit, so he not only will survive it, he will actually, like his team will survive too. So he does have 4 Azuris. It's pretty usual to have at least 2 or 3. In this case, he has 4.
Card I'm thinking about here as well is Restoration Angel,
Ooh.
as it adds a lot of toughness effectively to the board by blinking the Place Splicer.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. So he's courting for...
Missouri.
It looks like he's courting for... Am I wrong that it looks like he's courting for 1 less?
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 permanents tapped.
Yeah, he technically should tap 6 permanents.
Oh no, he tapped the forest now.
No, that's the Sentinel.
That's the one he cast last turn. Oh,
I mean,
you're right.
I don't think it makes too much difference. Because
No, you're totally right though, right? That's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah. And
they cast a green spell and untap Nettle Sentinel.
oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then that makes a lot of sense.
At any rate, Missouri has arrived.
Yep. And Aiden only has 2 cards in his hand. He isn't kind of doing the math in his head. He also, he's trying to figure out if he wants to sacrifice 2 Horizon Canopies. But the thing is, if he's wrong about the math, he'll die on the crackback. So he's basically trying to make sure that he's getting the maximum amount of damage.
Well, he's just going for it. Is this Restoration Angel now for Aiden Vollmer?
Okay.
Oh, it is.
It is. I actually don't think it's enough.
Is it enough? That's the question.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 creatures. How many 2-power ones? 4 2-power ones. So that's 9 times 4. It's 36 plus. It's 40 damage. So he needs at least 20 toughness, and I don't believe he has 20 toughness. So unless
he's got 4, 8, 12, 13, 15.
Yep, not going to survive here.
Well, looks like he's going to go. Now, wait, what if he has a path? Does he does that do anything?
I mean,
it's still not enough, right?
He needed a path at end of turn, so I don't think he has paths.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just, he has 1 planes up. What do you think of?
I don't know.
Mana Tithe?
Yeah. And he'll... Yes. Rashad has said it's possible to have a white fog.
What? There's a white fog?
Yeah, ethereal haze.
Ethereal haze?
Yes.
Sounds bad.
Not great.
It's funny that when Aiden tapped his 4 mana, chat just jumped out of their chair because they thought it might be Settle the Wreckage, which would have been an absolute savaging if that's what it was.
I kind of wish it was.
I just want to see 14 elves get eaten up at once or whatever, but that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Andrew Sullano at 4 life improves to 7-1. We've got one more round of action here to bring you from our live coverage here at Grand Prix Oklahoma City. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after these messages.